Microphone rolling, I'm rolling too. All was good. Check, check, check. How you feeling? How you living? Oh, I know that's right. So this is microphone check 1 2, microphone check 1 2. I go by the name of Marty Lee, aka Marty Manziel. Today, this is another episode of the Perspective Podcast. I am joined by one of my great friends today. He goes by the name of
J.Aug.
J.Aug. J.Aug, what it do? Member of the Rich Raider family. Member of the
ATF
family.
Star Sound.
Abbeville, what it do? So yeah, man, this is another episode right here of the Perspective Podcast. Like I say, I'm joined by my dog Jalen. Man, we actually recorded an episode prior to this, but me not knowing what I'm doing, fucked around. The audio got erased or something like that. So here we go once again. Fast forward another 4 or 5 months later, we do another one.
Sometimes the sequel better than the original. It's slim or nothing.
And that's just church. And that's church for real. Oh man, what's good, bro? So if y'all don't know, Aug is a tattoo artist. He's a barber. He's a rapper. He habitually believes in penitentiary workouts.
I heard about it.
And amongst other things, but I'm gonna let him really sit there and explain everything else to y'all, everything that he feel like explaining to y'all. He goes by the name of his monkey, his AKA his background is the 6 man. We definitely go get into what the 6 man definitely means, and is he still the 6 man? That's the burning question a lot of people want to know. So starting off, what it do, bro? What brings you to H-Town?
Man, I finally got a weekend off. And I said, come holler at my dog, come see my fam. Just kind of relax a little, get out the boot.
Yeah.
And I always go back with some better energy when I leave from out here.
Absolutely, bro. That it just feels like a refresher, don't it?
Yeah, like mini vacation.
Straight up. I mean, I'm gonna just throw this in the air with shit. I think you're gonna be out here pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like you're gonna be out here. Next year.
I see Dallas though over this.
You like D-Town?
Yeah, I rock with Dallas.
If y'all don't know, I absolutely hate Dallas, Texas. Hate everything about it. I absolutely do. But to each his own, and I wouldn't be mad if you moved to up there to Dallas.
I haven't been since I was like 15, so.
What you like about Dallas?
I mean, at the time, I just like everything. It ain't too fast. It ain't too slow.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like you say, it was then. Yeah, bro. So, tattoo artist, right?
You can say that.
What and how did you pick up that pen to get there?
I was working in the oil field, right? And the work wasn't too consistent at the time. And I was home for probably about 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need some bread. And I always could draw. So I was like, man, I should draw myself in high school. And everybody used to tell me, you're going to be a tattoo artist. And I was like, nah. Here it is.
Mm-hmm. Fast forward years later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been doing it about 5.5 years now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you skilled with the pen. You know what I'm saying? And so then from tattoo artist, also artist, like rapper, put songs together, or everything in between. Now I know you and Kel go way back.
Yeah, since 8th grade.
So was Kel like one of your first partners around?
Oh, most definitely. Him and my dog Ness. I didn't even know how to rap, and them boys been knowing, but I didn't know they knew how to rap at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I just happened to join.
So how'd it go? Like y'all was just josing in class, and it just went.
We used to type bulletins on MySpace rhyming with no beat or nothing.
Yeah.
And we'll go back to school. You killed that. Like, how do you know we killed it? Like, we ain't got no beat.
Yeah.
That's all it was, though.
MySpace.
Yeah, bulletins. Like, and we actually battled a few niggas through words. Like, we had Twitter fingers before Twitter fingers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of like all this just music and not just this rap shit, because music be bringing people together. black, white, yellow, brown, red, purple. You know what I'm saying? It don't even much matter.
It does.
So whenever you and Kill y'all first started, oh, you killing this. Whenever y'all first started
Yeah.
putting everything together,
ATF, allergic to fraud.
and allergic to fraud. Let's get into that one. Let's get into that one. So the ATF, that's just a group. Is it a label? Is it a camp? Like, what is it?
I just, it's a way of life. Shit. I mean, rap wise is a group, quote unquote, but it's just the squad.
Yeah.
And we got more people, I guess you could say, in it.
Mm.
Everybody we rock with, our circle, like about 6 deep.
Yeah.
Been that way for years.
Yeah. You are like one of the, like a mirror image of myself. Not too many people be around.
Right.
But the right people be around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And whenever like you and Kel y'all first came across each other, cause shit, I know I met Kel through you, and it's either you and Kel or both y'all solo.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's how all of it though. Like you might see my dog Kel and Slick. You might see Kel and his cousin Ness. You might see me and Kel. You might see Kel and my brother Snap. You might see Kel and Earl. You might see Slick and Earl. You might see me and Slick. You might see,
Yeah.
It's rare that we all together due to adult lives and stuff.
Yeah, man, it's adult shit. Like, it's alright. You know what I'm saying? These bills fucking suck.
It can be better, but hey, we alive.
Yeah, that's the truth, for real though. And whenever you and like y'all just started like rapping and putting everything together, was it just fun? Was it just play? And then it's spun forward into something so much more? Or
for me, it was fun. It was like a little challenge because I don't like to just box myself. If I don't like idle time, so if I'm bored, I'm gonna find something to do. And I used to always clown in high school. Like I would try to rap, but I wasn't serious. And I used to be like, "Who would have thought?" Because like I'm not a talker. I'm a quiet person. And they always told me to be afraid of the most calmest person in the room, and I'm always the calmest person. So, but I should just rap and see who would have thought. And then I remember the first time I ever heard Kel rap, it was on Cool Kids Champions beat. And I told this dude he was the best rapper I ever heard off of that. And this is 2010, and I still stand by it.
Hell yeah.
And then, shit, once we started recording, hearing ourselves, even though the quality was horrible, we started on the little webcam mic. But we put out like every month or every 2 months we were putting out like a tape. Like I'm talking about like 20 plus songs.
Yeah.
Just
whenever y'all would lock in like tapes and just records, like you would pull up a list and it would be like 25.
Whatever was hot at the time, we rapped on it.
That's what I miss.
I know.
I miss that. Like of the streets, like just the street element, the music, like.
And you gotta think about the era too. Like a lot of the production be hot, but it's not like you ain't gonna find too many rappers rapping on that type of shit.
Yeah, like a rapper.
Yeah,
like Lito, Royce the 5'9", people like that.
Me and Markel had this discussion about 2 weeks ago. If Wayne ain't jumping on it, it ain't that hot.
It's not hot. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. If Wayne never did touch or bless anybody's beat, it's not what you think it is. Even on the records, whenever Wayne would be like, I don't even like this song.
Like, yeah.
And he still black out on all them records and stuff like that. And that's really like the essence of just music here is whenever you can sample somebody's record or you can freestyle over somebody's record.
But a lot of sampling going on right now. What's that chick name? Sweetie, My Type, and it Icy. That's My Neck, My Back, and it what's that? It's a Petey Pablo song for My Type.
The Figure League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So I don't know.
And see, I don't know. Like I'm glad that a lot of these artists are getting a chance to sample records because for a while, the old heads or the OGs, whatever you want to call it,
they were hating.
They was hating. They did not want anything to fly for nothing. But I guess because back then, like you weren't or they weren't getting the type of money that's in music now.
But they didn't review their contracts. They ain't know no better.
Yeah. You ever been in a situation where you had like a bad contract or a bad deal?
no contracts. I don't think I would ever sign one if the situation would come. I don't know.
I was sitting there telling somebody the other day that like compilation albums and mixtapes and things like that, that needs to be a thing again.
Man.
And like the Dreamville tape was a good um, collection of music from all those different artists, Earth Game, Jid, J.I.D., whatever you want to call him. Uh, the whole, just everybody that came out, Guap Dad, Ariana Lennox, Oz, like, of course, Cole, like, all people like that. But then you, like, spin it backwards. You had Double M that was dropping, like, Maybach's 1, 2, 3.
I miss those days.
You had Young Money, they put out their compilation tape. Cash Money, they put out compilation tapes. You know what I'm saying? Disturbing the Peace had a compilation tape. You know, and like Rockefeller had that shit.
You don't think about too many groups these days, or everybody do their own thing. Like TDE, they would have a great one.
Yeah, they would.
They would have
because they got some rappers over there.
They would have a great one.
Yeah, that's a real fucking slaughterhouse.
Who else, man? I mean, I listened to this group called Overdose. They pretty much, it's like 4 dudes, so all this shit compilation based.
Mm-hmm.
They from Vegas, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
they from Cali.
And so we both have how can I say? We both have a soft spot for Nipsey. And when
forever.
Yeah, man. Like when Nipsey passed, no, when Nipsey was assassinated, that whole day was just fucked off. Like it didn't feel right. It felt weird. That day and a couple days after that, it just felt
shit about 2-3 weeks for me.
Yeah, like everything was just off. It wasn't balanced. It wasn't. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel real. It didn't feel like. That's just some. It felt like one of them things where it wasn't somebody's time.
It definitely wasn't.
And I don't. You can chalk it up to the government. You can chalk it up to niggas hating. You can chalk it up to colors, but we know it's not behind colors. But we know people will push that narrative. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why you scratch real niggas off the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like you got all these different. You got real criminals. You got real killers. You got rapists. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that, and what you choose to take out somebody that's doing something positive, not just his neighborhood, but
for the damn culture.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What Nipsey meant to you?
Shit, almost as much as Allen Iverson meant to me. Icon, legend. The fucking middleman thing, that's what stuck with me. Like, you ain't gotta go through nobody. You're gonna take a little longer to do this shit yourself and have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And leave a legacy.
Yeah. As I've been talking to some of my homeboys as of late, like, that's been a word that's came up. Legacy.
Man, like, TMC is forever.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you sit there and you hear the word legacy, and because people get legacy and career mixed up all the time.
Now your career gonna come to an end, but your legacy forever.
Exactly.
Whether through your kids, through your work, whatever you did on it while you was here, that's forever, bro. That's cemented in history.
Yeah, like No Limit is still a legacy.
Hell yeah.
Rockefeller is still a legacy.
Cash Money, a legacy.
Still a legacy. You know what I'm saying? The whole Dr. Sebi thing is still a legacy.
Exactly.
Even you can just spin it forward. Look at just trap music. It's a legacy behind trap music, and it's still evolving. But yeah, man, the word legacy has been brought up around me and a lot of my friends in the past month, 2 months, and that word is so important because it's like, just like you said, what's going to be behind you, what's after you, like everything that you did while you had your time frame on this planet, is it really real behind you? You know what I'm saying? Did you really leave your footprint on this planet?
That shit give me chill things about this shit.
It's the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we gotta knock some of these doors down. We gotta be able to get to the good shit. You know what I mean?
And my personal goal is to change a lot of narratives, like about myself and about people where I come from. That's just me.
What are negative narratives on you?
Um, the average stereotype, young, black, a million tattoos. Um, that's really about it.
So whenever like people, because
And people just think I'm the meanest person, and I'm probably mean. I'm not approachable, but I'm not a smiling ass nigga. But that's about it. Or stuck up, but that's the furthest from the truth in that one.
and then whenever people like hear them narratives of like you from Abbeville,
Oh shit!
they hear what?
When girls hear it, they be like, "Oh, y'all crazy out there," or even like older people. Oh, them boys wilding out there, and I'd be like, "We don't have nothing to do," but that's not no defense. But man, you come to the Ville, nothing. You don't see little niggas hooping. But we don't have nothing. We have a Walmart and we have a racist ass movie theater. That's it.
Damn.
No entertainment.
Abbeville like that?
Bro, we have nothing. We got Walmart, Lowe's,
Trash.
Super One, bunch of gas stations like any other small town, fast food restaurants. And the only time, sadly, the only time the city really come together when somebody die.
Damn. Like the times that I came through Abbeville, it reminds me a lot of this small town called Bunkie. Um, it reminds me of this small little town, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like coming from like these small towns where we come from, we don't have the best stereotypes, or let me not even say stereotypes. We don't have like the best precursor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like coming from Alexandria, people will think, "Oh, you from Alexandria, and all you do is X, Y, Z," or you from
and y'all got that nickname with Alexandria or
yeah.
something like that.
The nickname is Alexandria, and don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of things that I wish were different about my hometown, but some people are only satisfied with what they see.
I bet a lot of them never been outside of Alexandria.
No, a lot of people from Alexandria, they choose to go. A lot of them choose to go north, like continue to be in the 318. Don't get me wrong, I love the 318 for forever, but if you've been to two towns in the 318, you've been to them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, is everything in the 318 is pretty much the same. It's country, it's fields, it's grass. It's a country good. It's a country good town. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a city good town. But you go to these different places and people have these automatically put these stereotypes on you because of where you're from or how you look or how you dress, whatever the case may be. But it's so much more to it. You know.
Like they don't know nobody's character and nothing like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah. If y'all listening to this, y'all understand where we coming from. Like, people would just put them stereotypes on you because of whatever, or whatever high school you went to, or whatever clothes you wear, whatever the case may be. But fuck that shit. There's always something more to it. Going back to the music, so the six man,
Yes, sir.
the underdog,
That too.
the bench warmers.
That too.
What's up? When we getting new music?
Man, this is the longest I ever took a break because I'm trying to live life a little, have something to talk about, and talk about it in a different way. But let me see.
Today is September 2nd,
Labor Day.
Labor Day 2019.
Uh,
What is Labor Day anyway?
my old teachers probably be furious at me. I don't know what
Yeah,
this shit
I don't
is.
know what Labor Day is.
But, I can't give a date, but the music bug hit me so.
Over the past few days, like I have seen, like it feel like you're back in the swing of it.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
You look like
I trust timing, so
you look like you enjoy it
I
again.
Do. It's a sport in the sense I'm competitive, and I see like what J.Aug used to say what the game's been missing.
Yeah.
Or, like I am the sixth man. It's time for me to come off the bench, and give them something. I mean, I got a project I just drop any day, and it's called For the Fuck of It. It's the songs that didn't make Underdog. It's about 10 of them.
Yeah.
I just ain't put them out. And I got this West Coast tape I never really put out.
I remember we talked about that years ago.
Yeah, I recorded that. I was 23, like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Talked about that years ago. And you were one of the first people, too, that's always had an ear for East Coast rap more than Southern rap.
Yeah.
And what gravitated you to the East Coast?
Just stuff that they was saying, like, man, the first time I heard Jada Kiss was probably, what song was it? I think Put Your Hands Up. And y'all scared I could tell that I'm gonna get bucks like Milwaukee's, cause like Sam I could sell, I was like, that shit hot.
Yeah.
And I remember the Fab, the Holla Back, or whatever, the little kid Harlem shaking on the bus.
Yeah.
I used to watch BET MTV with my cousin. He older, and I was like, pick up, like, okay, these dudes really can rap. And like, I'm always been a fan of clever shit.
Yeah.
And Fab and Kiss, they were the first ones. And outside of them, when Cassidy came around, and Banks.
Cass came out, boy.
And man, nobody, well.
Cass was red hot.
I see. Banks is like, I don't know how to say it. Well, I think Fab opened the door for like the real punchlines out over there. Because I ain't really heard too many doing it before him. Well, I'm young. I ain't really listening to nobody else like that. But when Banks came, I was like, sheesh.
Banks a different type of rapper, bro.
Man, Banks.
And he don't even get his flowers.
Hey, man, they call him Lazy Lord. I mean, I heard he got shot and walked to the hospital or some shit, or drove himself, something like that, 50 said. They said he ain't like the work. But, you never know what that man was going through.
That's a fact.
But Hunger for More, I still listen to it.
Yeah. And that's like with all these different like East Coast rappers, and like of course hip hop started up top in the East.
Oh, and how could I forget? The Notorious B.I.G. since I was about 5, 6, my uncle playing Big Papa all the time. Hypnotized.
That's the shit.
Yeah. Long live Booyah.
Yeah, man. And it's like, you ever think about what it would be like if some of these icons were still here, like Pac, like Big, like Pimp?
Mm-hmm.
Just different people like that. I really sit and I think about that from time to time too. It's just like, how would this rap game be? How would this industry be? Because I really feel like Trill would be a whole different type of like army if Pimp C was here. That's in particular.
Yeah, that's a fact, I think. Oh, but it's hard to say what direction the industry to win in because they got so many lanes now.
Yeah.
And like, it don't cost much to build a studio, or you can do what you're doing right here. Just set up anywhere you crib.
Yeah.
That's just how everything is. It's built for like independent artists now. But unfortunately, a lot of them still sign bad contracts.
And being an independent artist, I know how it is being like having to pack up your shit, do things on your own, travel here, spend that there. Okay, I got a budget so I can eat here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like whenever you are sitting there and you doing all these things as an independent artist, does it make it difficult for you to travel, move around, like get into any of these spaces at all? Because like not everybody down the ride.
Me personally, I feel like before I was an artist, I was a man, and like I always did what I wanted to do. So like rap, I take it serious, but it's more of a hobby to me because I do all other things that I'm getting revenue from, and I ain't made $1 from rap yet, to be honest.
And so, whenever you think about your evolution in this rap thing, and where you've grown,
man, tremendous. Like I used to never talk about no personal experience. I used to rap about just rap. Be on the beat, talk a bunch of shit, say a lot of punchlines, kill it.
On to the next.
But once I started getting old, I was like, I got a story to tell. Or I want people to get a piece of me when I rap now. And like you don't have to like it. You ain't gotta love it. I do it for myself and my people. And I don't think I had many fans. I'm more people who rap know I'm very good, but it's like it don't translate to the listeners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get respect from anybody. You can sit a lot of people in the room that rap, and I can rap for them. They'll be like, "Whoa," but I don't know. And that's what get it for me. Like I don't care about no fans as long as I get respect from my peers.
Yeah.
That's all it means. Everything to me.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Put the work out. Let the peers speak for it.
And yeah, and I ain't one for the media and all this. Like I just chill. Whatever they say, they say.
All right. So then you had your early beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had your ATF.
ATF was the early beginnings actually.
And then Rich Raiders happened.
Yeah.
So did you meet Guap, now Lyric, or did you meet Beezy, or how'd it go?
I met Beezy at SLCC. We was in this little music class, and like me being the anti-social person that I am, I'm just chilling. And he started playing stuff. We just started feeling each other out, and then we did a record that our first or second time meeting each other, and after that we've been just rocking ever since. And this was in 2011.
Yeah.
And I met Guap in 2014, something like that. Or Lyric.
It wasn't. That had to have been around the same time that I met you.
Yeah.
Because
it is. You working at Liz.
Yeah. I met you like.
How I met? Well, I used to buy jerseys from
you. Yeah. That had to have been like 2013 that I met you, and lo and behold, like if y'all don't know what the whole Rich Raider camp is, then trust me, it's a giant camp of super talented people, artists, rappers, designers, go getters, like just a whole like camp of people. And I don't know who was the first to come up with the name, but it's a fucking brilliant and amazing name altogether. And it stretches. It damn near touches every single area code. You know what I'm saying? In the booth. If it doesn't have everybody involved somehow, some way. And when I found out that like you were Rich Raider Camp affiliated, and of course I know the other side of them. This is prior to like the bridge meeting, and they were like, "Oh shit, like Aug." I was like, "Yeah, like that's my dog." You know what I'm saying? Like he come through, and vice versa. And then it just kind of like happened from there. And y'all ever think that y'all gonna get a chance? Because listen, y'all, whenever I say it's like a whole like camp of people, it's a legit camp of people, like 15, maybe 20 deep.
Man, I don't know I can't even count how much.
Yeah, like
I'll probably have to write it down and see. And I still probably leave somebody else.
Same, because I feel like it's a different type of, it's a new Raider every day, either female or male.
And it's beyond music. They got some don't even rap.
Some of them don't even rap.
And I'm not gonna try to name anybody because I don't want nobody to be offended if they get left out. So I'm gonna just
And so whenever the whole Rich Raider camp, well, whenever the Rich Raider thing just came together, and like y'all, I know it's hard for all of us to kind of be in the same space at the same time to really get some work done, but I know whenever I'm around, it feel like it's always genuine too. And do you think that there'll ever be a chance whenever everybody from the whole Rich Raider family can just get together and just kind of put something together, whether if it's like a music or a festival or like a big ass show? What you think?
I don't think it would happen. Me personally speaking, because right now we all scattered in
all across
different
the country.
Yeah, that like location wise and in different places in our lives. I mean, I think that time. I mean, I don't think we capitalized on that time. You know what I'm saying? We actually had like a little situation in the talks, but we ain't capitalized on it.
Yeah.
And it was a little frustrating, but
it's part of it.
Spilled milk.
Yeah, it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? You go through some things and then you learn from it on the other side of it.
And I actually wanted to do that, like give the area, the South, and all that shit, a new sound. 'Cause, you know, we got some spitters, and we got some great songwriters, we got some
Yeah,
great
yo, Joe.
vocalists, all around the board. Great engineers and producers. Hey,
It's just hard just kind of getting everybody up under the same roof and getting everybody to just lock in on some shit.
that's when everybody don't work as hard as the next.
True,
And that's something I witnessed.
true. And, I think one day, what I'm saying, if we all get a chance to just all get together and uh, we need to take a trip to like Miami or some shit and really just we get a chance to get some work in and play. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll do it one day, but until
I'm
then,
all for it, man. We getting older.
yeah,
Shit.
shit happened fast. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? Whenever we met, that was what 13. You fast forward, it's
Yeah, hell yeah.
like that time went by,
And you know what? I don't. Now you more family, but I don't really keep people around me. I guess because I fill them out, and I can't really fool this. But like I said, we the same person, so we ain't never had no conflict. Or nothing.
Zero.
Okay, you keep it 100 with me. If you don't like a song, you tell me.
Yeah.
Like, it's good, but I don't like this.
Uh-huh.
Shit like that. So, you gotta appreciate people like that.
You got to, man. You got to. You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate you for just at least just sending something like, yo, I got this in mind. What you think?
It's my E&R right here.
Man, I just keep a listening ear. You know what I'm saying? And so we were talking the other night, and it's a gang of projects that you got planned to put together. You know what I'm saying? Put them out, and you think it's going to end up being like just where it's jacking beats, or is it just like all original material, or what you think? What you really got in mind?
Both.
Both.
How they say both? I got a few more beats I want to rap on. They more like old Louisiana beats.
Yeah.
Like classic shit. I was cursing.
Okay.
And I got this 30 for 30 project. I'm starting on. Well, I mean, you heard some songs. I'm putting more of my personal joints on one.
Yeah.
And I got this other one. It's called Heart. I was supposed to record this right after I dropped Underdog. I got the beats and stuff. I just never fooled with them. It's called Heart. Having every aspiration to reach the top.
Hell yeah.
So, and that one gonna be different. I gotta really, really rap on that. So
that's gotta be that. That sound like some mountaintop rap music. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be about. I'm gonna try to do 10 songs for it.
10 of them knock them out.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
what is
some hip hop shit.
Is it? I know you will enough to know, but like I know that you write. Like you write.
I write probably 30% of the time.
But the things that you put together on paper, and then it's whenever it comes out, it's all there. Like it makes sense. Like you can tell it's written because it don't just come from nowhere.
Yeah, I pride myself on trying to stick to topics, and I'm not gonna force a line. Like,
what you think is easier, like pen and paper, like writing, or you think it's easier to type it in the phone and then deliver it?
I probably write in the phone, cause I mean, sometimes you can hear the sheet crumbling or something.
Yeah, you flip the page.
But man, most of I wrote a lot on Underdog, and I wrote on Benchwarmers. But before that, like 6 Man, I didn't write. Gunning, I didn't write a single rhyme. Damn.
I want y'all to really know like how Aug really be hustling y'all, because I don't think y'all understand. This was shortly after I met Aug. I remember seeing him, and he was passing out CDs.
For the
free. And this was, you was at Jimmy Jazz.
Yeah,
Jimmy Jazz at the time. And I'm talking about Aug he would sell you your merchandise, then he would drop his CD in your bag.
Yeah.
And
then I still had the music playing through the speakers at the store.
At the store. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fire like hell.
Like really hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like really hustling to just let his music be heard, let his talents be heard. You know what I'm saying? And like whenever he says that he's independent, like means it. Trunk of the car, like hand to hand hustle. You know what I'm saying with it?
Mm-hmm.
Like walk up to you, yo, my name is Aug. This is my CD.
And that's another thing I got from Nipsey. He said you should be like, man, if you listen to it, if it's trash, throw it out the window.
Yeah, throw it away. I'll go back to the drawing board. You know, and so yeah, man. That's I don't know. That's just some of the things I just want to just kind of pick your brain about the music and everything from your perspective on everything. And whenever you sit there and another love that we also share is just the love of basketball.
Oh man.
You hinted on it whenever you mentioned AI as an icon, which is 100% true.
Tattooed on my back.
And then we're going to double back to the six man in a minute. But we're going to get into this basketball talk for a second.
Yeah.
As I know you've always been a fan of Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
Been a big fan of Lou Will.
Biggest fan of Lou Will.
And it's like them three. Them three is like your mountaintop. I know Kobe up there too.
Nah. It's probably AI, Lou, Kobe, Melo. I've been a Melo fan forever. I said KD.
No, you ain't say KD.
KD, Kyrie, and bro, that boy James though.
James
that
a
boy
fool.
James another damn monster, and I like Kawhi. I mean, but all the time my favorite is probably AI. I'm gonna give you my personal AI.
Man, give me your top.
Mike, Kobe, and T Mac.
And I don't know why T Mac don't get his flowers.
Man, injuries.
Yeah.
But when a healthy Mac could be fucked with.
A healthy Mac is a different type of beast.
Couldn't be touched. You couldn't do nothing. Ask Kobe about it.
Yeah. And see, like, the mountaintop for me is Brandon Roy.
Mm-hmm. Another underrated.
T Mac. I enjoyed older Kobe more than I enjoyed younger Kobe. Let me put it like this: I enjoyed 24 Kobe more than I enjoyed number 8 Kobe. Of course, Bron. I don't like some of the things that Bron is the decisions he's made, but as far as basketball, I'll never.
And people think I'm a LeBron hater. Mm-hmm. Dude is great. I just don't like how he plays, his style of play.
What's wrong with LeBron's style of play?
Nah, I don't. He gets the job done, but I want to see a little every now and then. He just dunk, fade away. But the motherfucker could pass like.
I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. I get what you mean. He still has like that old school feel, like just how he go about his business on the floor.
Yeah, he get it done though.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I do not like about James Harden.
Let's get into it.
James, I need James to start showing up in these playoffs, bro.
Bro, he did this year.
This year he did. This year he did.
You can't knock him.
And I'm not gonna take that from James, but I feel like
take it from the rest of them niggas though.
But James has been at this level since what? When did we first see the Warriors like really pop? Was it 14, 15 or was it 13, 14? I think 13, 14 is whenever they had the thing with the Clippers.
Let's not talk about them. Yeah.
We go double back to the Clippers in a minute. But well, whenever it was the Chris Paul Clippers and the Warriors, like young stuff, whenever he was first coming onto the scene, like really being like this emerging to become the superstar that he is. What people don't realize is that the Rockets and the Warriors, they've had this rivalry going back to the Dwight Howard years, whenever Kevin McHale was there. Like
the horrible years.
Yeah, like Aaron Brooks was there with the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. Not, of course, not the football Aaron Brooks, but if you know, you know. But yeah, bro, I just wish James would like stay locked in like all the time, like all the fucking time. And I hated that him and Chris had they beef.
Man, I you know, they gonna try to squash it or just for the media. I think.
And so whenever you got Russ out here now, and the Clippers, I like how it's becoming like a duo across the board.
Well, it's a duo now. Because the Lakers had a big three until Boogie went.
Yeah, until because Torp is, bro. You said it last night, dog, and I feel bad for Cuz, bro. Like he cannot catch a break nowhere.
And I'm a big fan of Boogie, but the basketball guys are real.
Yeah, that's the truth. You can't just click hop without having some type of negative back. Something negative is going to happen because it's just the way of the world. Like that's just how it works, you know. And I often think back to, like I told you last night. Yeah, the Warriors might have 2 out of 3 with KD, but if Kawhi plays year one and Zaza doesn't step on Kawhi's foot,
I say they only get one with KD.
and then it's looked at as a failure.
Man,
Or I don't know. You never know how it just spins. I should have asked my homeboy Gabe about it too. Gabe, what up? I know you listen. I know I should have asked Gabe about it because if Kawhi doesn't get his foot stepped on, I don't think he leaves the Spurs. Not that soon.
but that wasn't the injury that made him sit out.
It led to it. It was the ankle, then it went up to the quad.
Oh, okay.
I think the quad was the following year.
Like in the early part of the season or something?
Mm-hmm.
When they play like 9 games?
Yep.
I don't know, bro.
And so y'all as the Clippers, because yes, August is a Clippers fan. He's one of the few people that I know that's a Clippers fan.
I follow my dog, that's all. But I like Kawhi and PG. They in my top 10.
And for the record, he been around. He been a Clippers fan, so he definitely not like bandwagoning.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that for sure. And so y'all and PG, y'all and Kawhi.
Yes, sir.
Y'all keep the 6-man.
And we got Mo Harkless. And we about to get Iggy. I heard tomorrow on the 3rd. Yeah.
Hold on.
September 3rd.
Oh, it's about to go down. Y'all.
Oh, yeah. We got the best 3 defenders on that boy, LeBron.
Yeah.
AD gonna tell us another hole, but hey.
I don't know.
We ready.
I got my reservations about Anthony, but we'll talk about that another time.
I should have went to Chicago. He should have forced that trip.
Maybe later on down the line, Anthony will be a Bull, but we'll see.
He say he open to it.
I hope so. Shit, I would love to see Anthony hooping red. You know what I'm saying? For once, shit, we need an icon in Chicago.
Yeah, sure we do.
We need it bad. But as far as the Clippers go, man, like on paper, it looks amazing, and I feel like it's going to be perfect. My only concern is PG coming off of 2 shoulder surgeries in the same summer.
I think he's gonna be alright. I think by mid-season, we're gonna see the old PG.
Listen, PG was my vote for the MVP at the halfway mark last year.
Hell yeah! And then I don't know what happened. They start losing like 8 at a time. 8, they were like
they started free falling.
Out of 10, they win probably 3 and 7. But he was in people ain't know he been hurt though.
Yeah, he been hurt.
So as a shooter, shoulder injury, motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. And people don't, because that's the front side and that's the back side. You know what I'm saying? Because and then you, as a basketball player, like you get hit in the upper body so much.
And not to mention the workouts, all that.
Yeah, you got to redo it all over again. But I mean, if I just had to stack up the West, right? If I had to stack up the West as currently constructed, I would go Clippers, Rockets, Lakers,
Utah.
I won't put Utah that far. Denver, Portland.
And you can't never count the Spurs out.
Yeah.
You got DeJounte Murray coming back.
Yeah.
You still got Debo and LaMarcus.
And I think just like I told Gabe, I mean, I'm not sleeping on the Mavs.
Oh no, they are 7-8 seed, and the Pelicans. I hope they make it.
I think either the Pelicans gonna make it or either the Kings gonna make it. It's gonna be one of the two.
I'm gonna ride the Pelicans. I'm gonna ride the hometown.
I can see that too because I think the Pelicans are just gonna be special this year.
They will be fun.
Yeah, they just gonna be super special this year. And they're going to be super special, bro, because for so many different reasons. And for the first time in a long time, you'll have a basketball team in New Orleans that's good while the football team is good, too. And I didn't know that you was a Falcons fan. But
oh, yeah. Hey, look.
I'm not hating. You know I ain't.
Blame Mike Vick and Deion.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm not hating on that. I respect it. I definitely do. But for the first time in a long time, New Orleans is going to have like a good basketball team and a football team together, and I think that's going to provide so much for the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Lord knows the state needed for so many different reasons. Uh, shit, boy, it's just it's trust me, it's enough that go on in the state, and they need some.
They better pre Zion don't eat all that food.
Oh my god,
like Shannon Sharp was saying.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and so then you look over there on the Eastern Conference. KD leaves the Warriors. Oh, how the fuck did I forget to mention the Warriors? Because I think the Warriors still gonna make it.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Hold up. So I got Clippers, Rockets, Warriors, then Lakers.
Okay.
That is
Clippers, Rockets, Lakers, Warriors. Not in no order. We just Denver, 5,
San Antonio.
6.
Oh, not Portland.
6. You said New Orleans. It's gonna be 7. Dallas gonna sneak in there.
Who we leaving out then?
I think it's a dog fight for that 8. Utah. You said Utah. Everybody sold on Utah. I'm not, bro.
Nah, defensively, like they got better, and they got Mike Conley.
But see, like here's my thing with the Mike Conley thing. I look at it like they backcourt is super undersized. Like Donovan Mitchell, he going back to the 2, which is his natural position, but he 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? He a freak athlete. He's 6 feet. Mike, I'll give him 6'3".
But they got good on-ball defense though. I give him that. And you ain't going in the paint easy.
Nah. He block up everything. He definitely block up everything. But I mean, I think it's gonna be a complete dogfight for the West, and I hope they do not do as they're talking and like dissolve the conferences.
Oh hell no!
I hope they don't do that. I hope they just leave it East Coast.
If the fucking Warriors would have won again, I could I can kind of see it, but no, it's balanced now. This is the first time in what?
About 5 years, like that? Maybe even longer since LeBron went to Miami.
It's a perfect balance. It's competitive.
Yeah, and then you got Kyrie. He upped and dipped out from the C's, and he went over to the Nets, and he brought his partner KD with him. And we're not gonna see KD till 2020, but
and everybody's saying he ain't gonna be the same player.
Yeah, crazy.
This dude is a scorer.
One of my you met Rome. Mm-hmm. Rome sit there and says he would not offer KD the max after that Achilles. What? I said, Rome, you're my best friend. You're one of my best friends, and I love you to death. But I think you're smoking crack cocaine because, like, why would at KD at his best gives you 34, 8, and 9.
Bro, you didn't see what he just did to my Clippers. I mean, everybody talking about the Patrick Beverley thing, but KD was trying to play within the system.
Yeah.
When you heard what he said. You know who I am. And he fucking torched my team.
I've never seen KD like have that burning, like he had that look,
like dog,
like that assassin look to him.
That's why I was like, yeah, like
he took it to another level.
And that's when I knew, like, you really can't fuck with this dude.
Nah, bro, he's 7 feet and he has a move that's unstoppable. When K posts you up, he puts you on the block. He spin over his right shoulder, his left shoulder. That's automatic buckets.
Even his hezzy, like
it's ridiculous. How are you 7 foot and you can do that?
And the hezzy he got Giannis with, though, that was nasty. I just saw it on Twitter.
Filthy. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. KD is one of them freak athletes. He don't get his flowers either. He really don't.
And his game don't require like explosiveness. Like, so that Achilles ain't anyone doing what he did to like Boogie. Plus Boogie fucking 100 pounds more than KD.
Yeah.
More. You can be alright. And Brooklyn went to the finals one of them years.
Yeah, they definitely are. And I really think that like the whole Brooklyn thing is gonna work out. And
please sign Melo.
Yeah, I was just about to say they talking about signing Melo too and shit. Melo deserved to be in the league, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm not understanding why they blackballed him. Houston should have never let him go first off.
How you let that man go after 10 games?
That's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Like, in the game before, he had 28 and like what?
He carried him that night.
That's sad.
Yeah, he carried him that night, and you turn around and release that man. That's, I don't know. It's stupid. I think with how everything is going to shake out, though, in the Eastern Conference, I think Milwaukee's still a playoff team. Toronto's still a playoff team.
You think so? I
Yeah,
mean, they're a playoff team, but
they're not a championship team.
They're a low seed.
Yeah, they're not a championship team. But I think they slide from 1 down to 8, the way that where the Magic was.
I give them 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8, either one. And that's where they end up sliding to. So you got Philly, Brooklyn, Boston, Milwaukee, Toronto will be back. Miami gonna be better.
Like I said, they bottom half.
And I keep forgetting about Indiana, but I'm not sleeping on Indiana.
Oh, nah, you can't sleep on them.
Because Vic gonna come back. Vic gonna come back, and but they got Malcolm Brogdon. Miles Turner ain't no punk.
Yeah, that Malcolm Brogdon move gonna hurt Milwaukee.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
Yeah, it is. And then I don't know, they should have really kept Malcolm Brogdon. I would have let go of Eric Bledsoe, but
he hooped this year. Like, this is one of his best years.
It's one of his best years, but
he's not consistent.
Exactly, and I feel like as long as Eric been in the league, he should have been an all-star a couple times.
I don't think that, bro. He undersized. He's just a big dude. He's like 6 foot.
He's 6 foot, but if you call yourself Baby LeBron, then
see, I didn't even know he called himself.
Yeah, he called himself Baby Bron.
The dude who I thought was Baby Bron got banned from the damn league. Tyreek Evans. Dude, in Sacramento did whatever he wanted.
Yeah, he did.
Go to the rack. Couldn't stop.
Left hand monster.
He right handed, bro.
Tyreek?
Yeah.
Swear I thought he was left-handed. I take your word for it.
Damn, man.
He was a fool. Michael Beasley was a fool.
Brandon Jennings needs to be somebody back up.
I think BJ he gonna get back in the league because I think he play overseas right now.
Yeah, he was.
I think he play overseas, and then by the time they season end over there, it's like February, March.
And I think he's 29, 30 now.
Yeah, he young. He not too much older than us.
I want him to go to my Clippers because that's a backup point guard. We don't really have a traditional point guard coming off the bench.
Why not sign with the Clippers? Then y'all building that new stadium too.
I know.
Yeah. The Clippers is on the up and up, and I'm fucking with what they got going on.
I just hope them boys get it done so they don't leave.
Yeah, because they only there for what 2 years? 2 years officially, but they got an option for 3.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought the lo and behold and everything here was if 2 things didn't happen, right? If New Orleans didn't get the number 1 pick and they didn't flip AD how they flipped him, I really thought the NBA was gonna uproot the Pelicans and move them to Seattle. Because I think the league is about to expand it to 2 more teams. Or
I could have seen that happening though. Because like they say, New Orleans is the worst market in the NBA.
Yeah, by far. Like you know how cheap it is to get Pelican tickets.
Bro, I went to the Clippers Pelicans game. My ticket was like $21, and I had a great seat
for a good spot. You can't get them tickets away. Last year you couldn't, and years prior, even whenever they were the Hornets, the Baron Davis years.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was barely supported. And maybe I'm being fair because that might have been right after Katrina, but, you got quality talent. You got to support your talent.
Baron Davis, box office.
He another one, a legend that don't get his either. But I think the league is getting ready to expand in a minute. They about to either expand to Seattle, Vegas, and I think they're going to reset how it's supposed to be. Like, either Memphis and New Orleans going to move to the East.
Bro, yeah, I never understood that. Why is Memphis in the fucking Western Conference?
That don't make no sense to me.
I mean...
when they in the central time zone.
But I said, yeah, Vegas, I can see it. But I can't see it at the same time.
Vegas getting everything. That my Raiders moving there in a minute. The hockey team just won the championship. I want to say last year, the year before that.
I didn't even know they had a hockey team.
And I think they just got a WNBA team too. And you remember the year they had the All-Star game out there in Vegas? It was It was red hot. They was really tough. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they expand out to Vegas in a minute too.
That's next on my list to go to.
Yeah. And so then, whenever you just kind of spin everything together and you look at how everything is here in the league, what you think? Like, you feel like it's getting in a better space? Are you over the super team thing? Is it just a 2-man game? Like, what you think?
Like I said, I think it's finally balanced, competitive. But Super Team has been going on for years, bro. Like this was just the best one ever.
Yeah.
Um, I like it. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Bro, I'm gonna never forgive fucking Dwight Howard. I'll never forgive him.
Why, bro?
Because we were supposed to see LeBron versus Kobe.
Oh yeah, man, he cock block, yeah, bro.
Yeah, we were supposed to see that in 09. Like and
like you tweeted, like if the NBA was rigged, that shit would have happened.
That shit would have definitely happened.
You know how much money the NBA would have made that?
That would have been
that
would have took him over the top then.
Man, hell yeah, that was what 09, huh?
That was 09. That was 09.
Damn, Dwight and got to the finals and got swept.
Got swept. Yeah, that was a trash finals. Jesus, I'm sick of that one. That was a really bad one. The Spurs and the Cavs was a real bad one. Man, but that was 07. That was LeBron's first time. Booby and Anogauskas. And Wally Zerbiak. By the way, where is Larry Hughes?
Oh man, you know Larry, they retired, bro.
No, I figured he would have been in somebody's front office or something by now.
He ain't been that old. Think about it.
Man, because like how Elton Brand running the Clippers, I'm not the Clippers, the Sixers. I would have figured that Larry Hughes would have been somewhere by now too.
I don't know. He actually had something on YouTube telling like his story or some shit, or like why he left Philly to go to Golden State and all that.
Yeah.
Gilbert too. Gilbert. Hey, shout out to the No Chill podcast. That's my favorite one probably. But Gilbert, well, as a player, one of the best. Nobody ever talk about it.
Man, listen, Gilbert used to give boys mad buckets.
Man gave Kobe 60.
Gave Kobe a 60-piece in LA.
Nah, I was in Washington.
Whatever.
Oh, he did it in LA too?
Man, listen, he gave Kobe that fucking work. He gave Kobe that work.
Niggas couldn't fuck with Gil.
Son, Gil had so many different moves, and he was like crafty with it.
And he was a big guard. He probably about 6'5".
Gil scored a rock, son. He'll score a rock anywhere at any time.
That's one of my favorite hoopers.
Yeah, man.
And hold on, wait. We used to talk about hoopers. My boy ISO Joe. Bro, it's not fair what he did to the Big Three at all.
Talk about it. What happened for everybody that didn't see?
Just go. I don't know if you can pull up their stats. The game go to 50. This man be having 26. He hit about 3-4 game winners. He hit the game winner yesterday in the championship.
Oh, check him out. Check ISO out.
Oh, but now they want to give him workouts in the NBA. That shit fucked up.
Yeah, it is, bro. Yeah, it is, bro. Shit, you never, man. That's one of the things that I like about Cube too. Cube is one of them goats. He on that Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just sit there. They look at Jay. They look at Pimp, but I think Cube and Pac as well. But I think Cube belong on that mountaintop too.
Cube did a lot.
Movies, film, just film, music, his writing, the shit that he wrote for other people. Mm-hmm. Just being an icon, changing his image, dealing with that stereotypes like we talked about earlier.
Exactly. It came from NWA, bro.
Yeah, and just flipping the stereotype and really just changing it and spinning it forward into something so much more. I think that's what we need, more images of that. And you heard about how they was trying to get into they were trying to buy a network. They was it was, if I remember everything correctly, it was Cube. I want to say it was Denzel Washington, Oprah, and it might have been Tyler Perry, and Magic Johnson was in on it too. So they was either trying to buy like one of them networks, like MTV, BET, or trying to buy like a channel. It might have even been NBC or some shit like that, and they all like blocked them. They blackballed them out of it.
You already know how they do.
Of course, you already know what that is. That speaks for itself.
They don't want to see people of color in power.
Bro. And whenever you think about like where we come from, just being from the boot, whenever you see racist things, like, do you feel somewhat like desensitized to it? Because like that's what we grew up around. It's just a random one-off thought.
Yeah, it's all good. It don't really faze me. Like, just I had one issue ever. I remember it. This guy called me boy.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, change him all day, boy. I had my mom in my car. I want to whoop this nigga ass. Like, other than that, like if I hear some white dudes, anybody saying they gonna just tell them watch their word around me.
Facts.
That's it.
Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Because I think one of the things that's actually like helping like the cause and the cases is the fact that like you look at some of the people that's not people of color, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they growing up in this era where hip hop is dominant. You look at go ahead.
It's not an excuse, but it's understandable. But some people don't play like that.
Facts.
Like me, if I hear a dude singing a song or whatever he's saying, alright, bro, it's the song.
Yeah.
But you be like, "What's up, my nigga?" I'm just look at you like, nigga.
That's not how we rock.
Yeah, I don't know you.
Yeah. And like the way that I'm starting to look at some of this stuff too is a lot of that era, that racism is never gonna die. It's never just gonna be extinct because it's always people that feel entitled and empowered to be over others.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is I'm starting to see like a shift in some of this stuff because a lot of the white dudes we went to school with, a lot of the Hispanics we went to school with,
Mm-hmm.
they grew up in our era and they grew up around us and they grew
Mm-hmm.
up around the things that we like too and the same similarities to the point where it's starting to shift. Like whenever you saw the professor, whenever you saw Jason Williams, you know, like them is like white boys that was you could tell they cultured.
Yeah.
Like with all due respect to John Stockton and Steve Nash,
Man.
you could tell it's the difference in between them and Jason Williams and the professor.
It's just that certain swag them boys had.
Yeah. That on top of just how they carrying themselves too, and then you spin it forward, you look at somebody like you look at somebody like Johnny Manziel. That's somebody who you can tell he hung. That's a white dude who's paid. He hung out with black people. You know what I'm saying? He hung out with black people for forever. You can just tell how he just moved. You know what I'm saying? And you see that type of that energy that's around him.
And that'd be the issue about him not being in the league and stuff. And they don't talk about him, but that's the real issue.
Yeah, character. Oh, his character isn't. And you know that's the first thing that they say about a black athlete.
Fuck that. What about the talent?
Exactly.
You ain't got. He come to work to do his job. Like, what he do outside? Unless he's just like
he
kill somebody, or he drugged out. But man, let that man live his life.
Yeah, and I've never heard him say nothing about Gronk. They love Gronk, even though he's retired now. But
for real, and he be partying his ass off
all day long, bro. Let Odell do something. Odell's front cover news for 3 days.
Odell dude gonna always be magnified.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Times 10. Anything, I mean.
Like the AB situation.
Oh my God. And
like, bro.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a chance to speak about this yet, but in regards to the Antonio Brown thing, I'm speaking as a Raider fan. If the man wants to like have a particular helmet, let him rock the helmet that he chooses and that he's comfortable with. If he gets, I'm pretty sure he's already going to have brain damage. Anybody that plays football, I'm pretty sure you have some type of like brain damage to your head already.
Yeah, so
if the man is already comfortable in a helmet and he feels protected in that helmet, let that man wear that. At the end of the day, he's still putting on an NFL uniform. He's still an employee of the NFL, so just let that man rock whatever helmet that he want to wear. Like, I don't understand their whole power gripe on absolutely everything, from end zone celebrations to the type of cleats that you can wear. I remember whenever they fined Brandon Marshall for the mental health cleats that he wore.
Yeah,
like that's stupid.
Everything's so sensitive. Like that's just the world today. It's outside of sports.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. And so, in closing here, what you think? This is September, like we say. This is Labor Day. How do you envision the rest of the year, and how do you envision next year going?
Personally,
personally. personally, and then just whenever it spins forward into what you have up your sleeve next. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say what you got up.
Personally, man, I just always look forward to growth and see what place I'm gonna be at, like mentally. Uh, and
What you think it is? What you think has been your biggest growth from let's say 2017 to now? What you think
that's
has been
a
like?
10-year thing. I'm more. How do I put it? That's so much, bro. Well, priorities, of course. 17 with kids, want to spend money on shit that don't matter. That ain't gonna matter in 2, 3 years.
Mm.
How I approach situations, like I go into everything with an open mind. Back then, I was a little more judgmental, but now I would try to understand the situation before I, like jump the gun and judge it. I ain't a lot of personal change, bro. Like, I mean, you know about my personal, like crises and shit like that. So I definitely appreciate a lot more shit. And man, while they say that shit, the older you get, the more you appreciate real shit.
You know what? I almost forgot about this, and I don't know how it slipped my mind, but I just thought about it. I forgot to mention that Aug is a cancer survivor.
Yeah, man.
Speak about it. Speak about it. When were you diagnosed?
I remember these days vividly.
When were you diagnosed? How old were you? And just kind of spill it.
19 years old, November 28th, 2011. I went to the doctor, X-ray, or whatever. I coughed up blood actually before. Told my moms. Went to the doctor, X-ray. Boom. Say the word cancer. I cried like a baby. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. All the way to Abbeville. I'm thinking I'm about to die. I ain't hit my prime. I ain't did nothing I wanted to do. But then, maybe, let me see. 4 days later, I had my surgery. Went to the hospital. That was December 1st. And I didn't get out of the hospital until December 5th, I want to say. Yeah. Crazy shit.
So what happened? Like they went in there and they cut it out? Like,
oh, yeah. Like I got the scar on my neck. They did a biopsy in my lymph nodes. It was in my lymph nodes. Now, they couldn't cut it out. They did this. I had to do a bone marrow. I'm talking about that needle so thick, bro. Like, that shit hurt. Did that. And then I started my chemo late December. No. Yeah. Late December, early January. And I would go every other Thursday or something like that. That part I don't remember. It's a bit cloudy, but yeah, bro. That just, the same people I got around me is the same people that was there through it all. And one of my closest friends, I didn't even tell him, and he was hurt that I didn't tell him. I don't like people feeling sorry for me and nothing like that.
Same.
I feel like my life happened exactly how it's supposed to. They only got one person that was around that I still feel like I owe her forever. But I ain't gonna get into that, but I owe her. And if it ever happens.
It happens.
Whatever, it come around.
Yeah. And so just like being that young, like you hear the word cancer, like you say, it feel like everything just stops. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like
scariest.
Bro, whenever you told me about that, like I was like, what, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and the last 2-3 years, man, I've been more comfortable talking about it. Like I don't really advertise my personal business and stuff like that.
Right.
I be seeing these young kids, 18, 19, 20, stressed out. I be like, bro, you stressing about this? He ain't got enough money to buy some shoes or to go do something or whatever. I be like, bro, you healthy, nigga. I had to go through chemo. I'm pissing out fucking the medicine. Like my urine was like a damn infrared, bro. Cause the medicine, like they put the metal port. Let's go right here.
Wow.
Like, and I feel it when they put the medicine. Like, you feel it going through your body, dog.
Right.
So I be like, bro, you tripping. And I tell like anybody younger who I like come across, I tell them, man, live that shit up. Appreciate it. You're only young one time. You're healthy.
Facts.
And I always my go to is things could always be worse.
100%.
You alive. You're healthy. You're free.
Exactly. And go ahead.
No,
And so then just like looking at things in particular and like, the situation I just got up out of, like you look at life totally different.
Exactly.
You look at some of these things, like anytime that you come close to knocking on death's door or you pulling up to them gates and it's like, it's a flash. Like everything flashed like right before you. You know what I'm saying? And like the situation I just got up out of, like I appreciate life so much more.
And the crazy thing, a lot of people who move how they move, they didn't have nothing to really sit their ass down yet. And like once you do, it's gonna humble you and it's gonna change you as a whole person. And like people ain't gonna believe, but it will.
100%. Because like at the end of it all, like if you don't have that moment where like everybody not fortunate enough to have OGs.
Yeah, you're right.
And so if you don't have an OG to pull you to the side, say, yo, let me holler at you about XYZ, or yo, tell me how you living. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no OG to pull you to the side, slow you down, help you out, put you on, help you see another side of things, then real life is gonna do that for you. Whether if it's health, whether if it's the family situation, just whatever, man. Like I don't know. It's just life is so much more appreciated after you experience like them type of like.
And even like I had this little baby scare a few years ago. Like even that like shook me off. Like damn, bro, I gotta move less. I feel I move very efficient under the radar, but I don't want to smash a chick if I can't see myself with her, or in case shit go left.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't even do none of that no more. But it's in that time frame. I'm like, you know what? If I get this girl pregnant, I gotta deal with this for 18 years.
Yeah.
So
and a lot of them don't make it easy, boss.
Yeah, I'm choosing anyway. So I'm great where I'm at. I promise.
Gee, shit. And then we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. And so the title, the nickname, is the Six Man. Is the Six Man retired, or like how does it exactly work? What is the Six Man? How did the Six Man name come about? For the people at home, explain the Six Man.
So, in one, it has two meanings. I'm gonna speak the music one first. You got your stars, you got the Waynes, the Future, all these top artists, and then you got people a little lower.
Your next tier.
Yeah, and when you get tired of listening to them, I feel I'm just as good as them. So you can pop my stuff in, jam it. It's a substitution.
Yeah.
And you gonna like a song or two or however many you like. You gonna like it. It's fresh. And you just pop right back out, put your stars back in. I come in off the bench every now and then, light it up, go by my day. That's one meaning. And I feel like the 6-man rule, before the last like 3-4 years, was important to the basketball team. That's why I call in the song I did with my kid 2011. I said I was the rap Jamal Crawford. But and I'm in the rap Lou Will. And that's what it is. And the other way, man, it's been a decade in since I've been off the porch, I guess, dealing with women. And I always attracted women who had dudes. Like, nah, and this is the first time I'm gonna speak on this ever. And they didn't have a problem with it. So I'm like, shit. I'm a young nigga. I ain't tied to nobody. So shit. Get it how you live.
Yeah.
When your star playing foul trouble, call me.
Call
I'm
the subs.
I'm gonna come get the buckets. I'm gonna go right back to the bench. When my number called, I'm gonna come in and handle the business. That's really me. I just been a side dude or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not proud to say like thinking back, I don't know why the fuck I settled for being number two.
Yeah.
But hey, you live and you learn. And no, before you ask me the question, I'm no longer the sixth man.
No.
Tell them, but I'm the sixth man music wise, and I represent the number six. And like I found out the meaning of number six, and it makes sense. It relates to who I am.
So sometimes whenever you actually sit there and you look up them definitions and stuff, and whenever it it like drives a point home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like instead of just having to, like we have these different titles and we have these different names and we have these different things that like just mean something to us. And then whenever you look them up, it's really like the point is driven home. Like it's confirmation. You know what I'm saying?
Like the number six, and even my real name, like Jalen means the bird of light. Like nigga, I say that on my song. I supposed to fly and I was born to shine.
Hell yeah.
And the six in Chinese, I wish I could just trademark it before somebody try to take it and run with it. It means well off or smooth. And I was like, bro, that's it.
That's it. That's what it come down to. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, and it's something else that we talked about too last night that I can't give y'all information about that one, but we talked about something last night too, and like both of us are on the exact same thinking train, or thinking cloud, whatever you want to call it, because we definitely we independently we both have something that we both working on, and they have that like they tie into each other. But y'all will hear about that later on down the line.
Say, man, this is why we one and the same.
Yeah.
And like we ain't discussed this ever, and it's just like what the fuck.
It's just funny how things work out, man. Like some things are supposed to work out how they're supposed to, and that's just the way that they is. And how I like to wrap up my shows now, I just like to leave my guests. You know what I'm saying? I let them have the last whatever amount of time, get whatever they got to get off of their chest. You know, to speak positivity into the world, and or whoever just hears this and whoever just shares it. So I'll let the last few minutes be few, and I'm gonna close it on out.
Man, to anybody out there, whatever lane you are in, perfect it. Stay. Don't swerve in nobody else's lane. Do what you do. You're gonna be respected way more. I promise. Be yourself. And don't care what nobody think. Be comfortable in your own skin. I mean, that's what works for me. You know what I'm saying? Just have an open mind with everything. And stay honest.
Got to. Got to. Honesty is one of the biggest pieces that's missing from society nowadays too. But hopefully we can get back to the essence of that. People can start living their truths, because you ain't gotta be stunting for the gram. Sorry.
Yeah, everybody fears being judged. They don't care what other people think.
That's true.
They don't want to be popping. And they ain't never been us.
Never that. I'm cool with playing the back. Trust me, I'm cool with it every time. I'm Ghostface to everything.
That's why I come off the bench. Who's that nigga?
You heard? All right, y'all. This was fun, man. This is one of my closest friends, J.Aug, man, aka the sixth man, aka the underdog, man. Real bucket giver, for real, in multiple games.
His family forever.
Yeah, man. So ATF, what it do? Abbeville, what's good?
Bill.
The whole 337, man. Y'all know how I rock with y'all. 337 is like it's legit my first home. That's where I became a man out there. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everything the whole 337 is done, man. And everybody that's out there hustling and grinding, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. You know, put real effort into it. Put real, thought behind it. And make sure everything stay in motion, man. Don't worry about no speed bumps. Don't worry about no blocks. Don't worry about none of that, man. Just keep hustling. Stay focused. Stay on your grind.
They gonna come.
Yeah, that day gonna come for sure. But until next time, y'all, just like Nipsey say, The marathon continues. Y'all keep y'all heads up. Y'all stay grinding. I want to thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the Perspective Podcast. My host today, J.Aug.
This man called me by my girl.
So that's my dog, bro. That's my dog. Hey, where can everybody find you at on all the social platforms? Like, what are they?
J.Augville on Instagram and Twitter. I'm more active on Twitter though. And AUGRR on Snapchat. All double R.
Where can they find the music?
Spinrilla, type in J.Aug. Same on that pill. And I'll shoot some videos soon. So you can just type that on YouTube. But in the meantime, 30 for 30 on the way.
Yes, sir.
Short documentary. I might let y'all in more into my life. But that's about it.
Hey, man. So, this was fun, bro. You know what it is with me, man. Anytime, wherever at, anytime you're in the H, anytime I'm down there in the South, just, I'm going to hit you up for sure. This was a good episode, bro. For everybody that's listening, please share it with a friend. Tell that friend to share it with a friend. Retweet it. Whatever. Do what you got to do to just go ahead and get this to the next person's ears. Until the next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.